Kenedy, thank you so much for coming on. This news is quite an interesting move by President William Ruto. And it begs to ask a question about what prompted, the president to dismiss most of his cabinet. Is it just a protest, or is there more to this?
For this opportunity. And just to give you a bit of background is that President William Ruto is the second person to do what he has done since President Mwai Kibaki did it in 2005 when he fired his whole cabinet. At that time, there was a problem where Raila Odinga, who was the prime minister then, who was in his cabinet, actually led people, and they were clamoring for what was constitutional changes at that time. This is the second time that a sitting president is doing so. But back to your question, there are many other matters that are coming up, not just what was brought up by the young people, but also there have been concerns about the performance of his cabinet since they came into office. Most of them have actually even been misadvising the president, and it has been evident in some of the things that have been happening. Also, another key matter is the grandiose that some of his cabinet members were showing. Others going on television station to say that they were wearing a 900,000 shillings watch, which is translating to quite a substantial amount of dollars. So this iked most Kenyans, and they were clamoring for change. Some of those members of parliament that were very close to him were contributing as much as $200,000, or no, $200,000. That is almost 2 million shillings Kenyan money in harambes, and this really made people very angry, and they had said that enough is enough. So the president's action is a concoction of many other things, including the fact that there are some people in his cabinet that were not seeing eye to eye. Remember, President William Ruto and his deputy, Rigathi Gachagua, are at this time not even seeing eye to eye. Some members of the cabinet were also disrespecting the deputy president. So in sending everybody home, the president wants a fresh start.
Now, in wanting a fresh start, do the people of Kenya accept this fresh start? Is this what they want? How are they reacting to it? Is this a welcome move for them?
There has been a myriad of reactions from across the country. That one I can basically tell you, Judith. And most people are happy that the whole cabinet has been set aside and the president is thinking again afresh on what to do next. One of the things that has come out, especially from the Generation Z, is that they are happy that President William Ruto has listened to them. Most of the demands that they were saying is that they do not want to sit down with President Ruto, as they have been considering themselves leaderless. So what they have wanted President William Ruto is to act. They've wanted him to fire some of his cabinet members. So what has he done? He's gone the Egypt way, where he sent away all the cabinet ministers and actually is thinking of starting afresh. Judith, another key matter that has come up is that 3 days ago, President William Ruto signed a document with opposition leader Raila Odinga and some of the opposition figures. In as much as it brought a bit of backlash back here in the country, where people were accusing Raila Odinga of going to bed with the government, the president has today gone ahead to say that he is reaching out to a broad-based approach that might include the inclusion of those opposition figures in a government of national unity. So Are the Gen Zs happy? Yes, there are people that are happy. Are Kenyans happy? Yes, the sound bites that we have seen across the country, the internet craze that has been created by the fact that President William Ruto has set aside his cabinet has actually shown that the pressure has shifted from the president and it has gone to some of the cabinet ministers whom people believed were not performing to the optimum.
All right. Well, Kenedy, we look to see what would happen in the new cabinet that he's going to bring in and if it would bring change that the people of Kenya want to see. But Kenedy, many thanks for doing this with us. We appreciate you for coming on. And that's
Thank you very much.
Murithi. He is a political analyst from Nairobi, Kenya.